So we continue with the video number 3, finish it today hopefully, and we start the video number 4. It's really template, and then we see how we build up a new application, and then we go and connect it more into the view. So if you look at the Academy City website, by the way, I remind you, we are now we're still working on 3 and 4. Hopefully we'll finish it soon. And then we jump into template. We go back to template again, okay? But I will introduce the billings program here. And then you will, guys also will have to face with, of course, what will be your assignment, okay? By the way, I don't know how many of you noticed, but I'm adding more videos as we record, as I record new ones. If you go to the introduction, go to the first page, I add a recording for certificate 1 and certificate 2. Certificate 1, most of the videos, it's where I showed you. It's in the Django project. But for example, last recording, I put it here, okay? And I will add more recording, like today's recording, I will put here, in case somebody wants to see the recording of today. Some things for certificate 2. So that's important for you to know, to find what the recording are kept. But we usually in certificate 1, go to here, and we follow those 6, 7, I should say, building blocks really give a good understanding of Django and everything's in it. So I'm going to go back to where we stopped last time. Let me just close those one, close the base, close to do, towns. I'll close everything. Last time we spent a lot of time understanding the structure of templates. Okay, let's look at the views a little bit and we move on from there. Okay, so in the application, again, I kind of repeating myself a million times. We always start from the URLs. The URLs tell me to which application I'm navigating. We said the empty one goes to the main. So the main is our main project. It really is the main URLs. And the empty will take me to this home view. When I do Control and B, it takes me to this page and it takes me to this function. And this is really my main page. So if I go here, we started. I didn't wake up. For some reason, he doesn't like me, but he will in a second, in some time. Let me close this one. Is where. And it seems like it got stuck for some reason, but bear with me. Yeah, here we go. Okay, I will restart it. And I will click on it. It's going to show me, this is my main page. We talked a lot about the toolbar. We talked about the navigation on the left. We talked about the middle one. Okay. Now we want to talk a little bit about the the views and how it's connecting to the database. We talked a little bit in the beginning of the course about database, but we didn't really do much. Now it's the time to hook up the whole three things: database, view, template. So when I get to this main page, it brings me to this one. As we saw, it's get me to here. It's the empty part. From the empty part, it takes me to this function, and this function is right here. I'm not really using any database. That's the simplest view or simplest function you can find. It has a very simple structure. It's a function. It has a return, is returning what? A rendering. The render is a very smart function. It takes the template, transfer to it some variable. In this case, is the title. And when the title it gets to here, it processes it. And after it processes it, is return that results to the user. Meaning, I'm really getting into here. I'm getting this page. Okay? Now I want to go to, so we have two applications, two things that I did last time. Let's go back to this one later on. This is for certificate 2, really. But we understood the logic, okay? But let's go to this one. I click on this one. What really happening? I click on this. I get another application. Is that right? In fact, if you notice here, it added the to-do. How did it do it? We studied last time, okay? When I got to the template of the home, let's go to the main, templates, and home. And in the home, first of all, we extend the main base, and then we change the title. According to the title, this is the variable, remember? I transferred from here. This is very important. And then we just put some stuff in the body. We also put some picture, yeah? And I will talk about it today. Okay, I will talk about pictures today. And that's really what in the main page. That's in the main page. But if you see, we're extending it from the best man. So let's see what the best man is. If we look at that, oh, we have a whole list. We did it last time, yeah, on Sunday. We added this one, if you recall. This was new, okay? I can add as many as I want. They will be in the toolbar, okay? But I want to focus on the first one. I want to go one more time on what I explained last time. When I click on the to-do, meaning when I click here, let's go back to the main. When I click on the to-do, something going to happen. And what's going to happen, it's exactly what I write in the href. This is what's going to happen when I'm clicking. But this one, it's a very strange language. By the way, this is Jinja, which converted to HTML. And HTML does the work. But why this is so good to know the Jinja? Because it makes life easy. It says, please, Jinja, please, Django, build up the right link. And you know which link I want you to do? Connect to the application to do. Okay, that's why I'm putting that in here. That's the application to do. Guide that application to the URLs. So I go to the applications of the URLs of the application. Which application? The to-do application. I go there and there is a URL. We did it last time. I just going over that again. Double click on the URLs. And then after it gets there, go and look for the index name, a link with this name. is really looking for this index. By the way, if I change that one to index 2, that's not going to work. Even this is the function in the view. This is what creates the link. Okay, so if I want with index 2, I can change it to whatever I want, but I have to make sure that when I call it, I have to change this one to 2 again also. Okay, that will work. Let's not waste our time on that, but that will work. Okay. So it goes according to the actual. I just checked. Here we go. It goes according to the name of the link. According to the name is finding. That means when I click on the to do, this one make sure I will be connected to this view, to this link, according to that index. And it will take me to this function called index. So I do Control B, it will take me right to here. This one is a little more complex than we used to. Okay, let me erase everything here. Let me do it this way, just for fun. That all will fix it. Let me just double check this is the right one to do. Yeah, it goes to there. And I'm going to do Control copy and delete. And I'm going to make my life easy for now. You know what, hold a second. So I won't screw it up. I will copy the whole function. I'm just going to make the function a little easy. I'm going to delete everything. I'm going to delete everything here. So it's really like a simple view. That erase those ones as well. Let's leave those. They don't do anything. By the way, when you have the hash here, it means he's ignoring me. This is not working anyway. Okay? So this is just a simple one, but let's go look at the index template, HTML, in the to-do application. To-do, I go to template, to-do, and under that, I'm looking for the index. Here it is. So I'm getting to this one. It's going to do some stuff. By the way, just for the fun of it again, let me erase everything. Okay, you get to know me. Okay, I'm erasing everything. So it will be an empty page. Okay, let me go back to it. I go to the to-do. I got an empty page. Why I got an empty page? Because I deleted everything here. So if I put it back, as we already know, okay, it will show me some stuff. Let's erase. Let me just make sure so I don't destroy anything. Let me just keep that one here so I don't forget, and by mistake I will erase everything. Okay, and let me go back to here, and I'm going to delete this part. So I'm going to keep only the first up part. If you see, let's focus on what this one does. One more time. Let me close other things that we don't need. We don't need that one anymore. We don't need one. If we need, we'll open it. So you can focus. So we have the view. The view sends me to the template, this template. In fact, the view doesn't do anything. It's just opening the template. And inside the template, we really have nothing, but here we have another toolbar, by the way. You know what, for now, let me erase, hold a second, Control Z, Control Z. Let me make sure I copy the whole thing so I don't lose anything. And then we can go slow, okay? I'm gonna go over the whole things, okay, with you. But I'm going to delete this part for now. I'm going to delete the whole things here. So we'll see how we're building it up step by step. What it means, we had an empty page, but the only things I'm adding now here, you know what, let me do it even easier. I'll write just my name, Amos. So what am I going to see here? Just my name, Amos. Because the view is calling this template, is not transferring any variable, and this template is empty. It only has Amos. That's the way I usually start when I design a new page. Okay, let's go back to here. And let's make sure it does really actually show me Amos. So when I go to main, I click on the to do, and here we go, I get Amos. So that works. All our links works perfectly, but we want to do something more interesting than just saying Amos. Amos is not, it's interesting, but not enough so we want to extend more. So I'm going to add an image, a picture. That's it's a new things we're studying now. Whoever it's in certificate 2 already know how it works. By the way, to make an image, that's the HTML, IMG, and then you have to have a source. And then you can take a picture from everywhere. You see this one? This one I took, in fact, this is a picture I put on Amazon. So it's gonna show me that picture. We'll play with it in a second, okay? But, so if I refresh this one, I should see a picture now instead of my name. Yeah, indeed. This is a nice picture. Let's play with it a little bit. Anybody know images? Brenda, which kind of images do you like? How about fashion? How do you spell fashion? Is that right?
No.
It's SH.
Yeah, we'll show me. Here we go. Is this it? No. How do you spell fashion?
That's how it's spelled.
How do you do?
It's FASH.
F.
A.
Second.
It's FASHION.
Like that.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Yes.
This one is that right?
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah, but why don't say? Here we go. How about this lady? She looks good. Okay. And how do I find her picture? How do I find a picture of somebody? Let's take from another place, because I want to teach you a trick. Just go to Wikipedia. Let's see if there is. Let's click here and do inspect. I think I once mentioned that I wrote a program to steal images. But let's see if this one will be nice to us. You see, it has a source. See that? Let's do click on it. No, it doesn't like me this way. Yeah, here we go. Control copy. And I'm going to go to here, see if I will be lucky. Nope, it didn't like me. No, I have too many here. Nope, it didn't like me. Go back, and copy image address. So let's see what it does. Let's put it right here, Control V. That should be the image, okay? This is really a picture of that image. So this is really the image. Let's go and steal it, in a sense, okay? I'm going back to here. I'm going to change the source. You see that? I'm going to change the source to this one. So see how beautiful it's going to happen. Now we're going to Academy City. We don't need that one anymore. We're going to go and refresh. Hey, what do we see in the picture? Kiso, you like that? Where's Kiso? Is it with me?
Yes.
Yeah, you see how we stole the picture?
Yes.
She's not that pretty. She's not pretty like your mom. Is that right? Am I right, Kiso?
Yes.
And moreover, she's too big here in the picture. We want to make her smaller. So let's write with, let's put 200. Let's see if that will make her smaller. Px. And let's refresh the picture again. She's smaller. Pretty cool, isn't it? Really, the message is HTML allow me to put pictures everywhere in the world I want. Many times I would like to put it on my computer, and many times I try even that they cannot steal it, and there's many ways to do it. But most of the time, nobody really cares. So we really took a picture from, I think it was Wikipedia or whatever it was, and we could got the link, by the way, we got the link to the picture. Where is it sitting? It's sitting in Wikipedia. And they gave us the link. When I saw, I took the link. If I put the link for wherever the picture exists, it will put it right here. It will put it right here. If I want to make two of her, that would be really simple. I just make twice. And let's keep a little space. Hold a second. Control Z. Sorry about it. Something went wrong here. Yeah, here we go. We put 200 px, and I should really copy the whole things here. This one and this one. That's the link. And we started right here. And let's go put a little space. This is the new line. The right. So I have a picture. I have a new line and a picture. Let's do two. So we'll give a little space. This is really just starting two, so we can distinguish two of them. Okay, and let that one will make it 250. So she will look bigger. One picture, small one, and one picture will be bigger. So here, if we refresh, we see two ladies. Same lady, just one small picture. One is a big picture. Is that right? Everybody happy?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, I want to teach you one little thing, something you should know in Ginger. We're talking about templates. Is that right? I'm going to teach you something really cool. I'm going to close this one, and I'm going to do for loop. For, you know what? For I in a, how do we call it? Pictures. And in a minute, I will explain what pictures mean. And I will end it up with and for. No more, I'm going to go over that again. Remember in Python, we studied a for loop. And here, we're going to use a for loop in Ginger inside the template. I didn't define pictures, so he's going to be confused. So I'm going to define pictures right in here, in the view. And that's getting you a little bit to understand why the view is so important. So I'm going to define this variable here. And here, I'm going to do, remember range? We studied range. Everybody remember, if I write here a 10, range will go from 0 to 9. Is that right? Just remember in Python, we studied that in Python. So now I define a new variable and I'm going to transfer this variable into that will go to the template. So in the template, we'll have this variable inside the template. And the for, what the for does, it says, for means for every picture, let's call it I, okay? I'm not using it, so I don't really care. In a minute, we will use it, okay? We'll use it in a minute, okay? You will see it's beautiful. It'll be really cool, okay? For I in pictures, how many I have in pictures? 10, goes from 0 to 10. So it's going to loop up 10 times, and 10 times is going to make the same picture. So I should see 10 women. Let's see if I see 10 women now. Oh yeah, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 women. Hey, this is pretty cool. If I want only 3 women, I'll just change that to 3. Is that right? Let's go back again. Refresh. Refresh. We got 3. That's pretty cool. Now, let's be even more sophisticated than that. Okay? Now, I want to be a little smarter. Let's make 3 pictures, but I want every woman to be different size. So see how I do it. This is so cool. And I'll put I. In a minute, I will explain what I did. Let's see the results first. All of them got the same size. How come? For I in picture, shouldn't. Hold a second. Bear with me. I know what to do. Bear with me a second. Let's see if that will work. Probably should put it here. Let's see if that will work. Will. No, I didn't got anything. Why it doesn't like me? For let's print it. Put it an I, and let's see what does it do. Then we can find why I got an error. Yeah, I got 0, 1, 2. That's fine. So it should really add it up to here, and for some reason it doesn't like me. I don't know why. It should work. Let's take this one again here. I put the number 1. I should have put the number I. It doesn't know what 1 is. And I just misspelled the variable. I will explain in a minute. Don't worry about it. Put it here. It should work. Let's see what we get now. Run it. Oh, you see, one woman has 100 pixels. Pixels is like dots. The second one has 200. I have at the 0. I have only 2. 0, 2. Let's see why I don't get all of them. I should get all of them. Let's take this one out. And this one should be for I in. Put another one here. Refresh. Don't worry, I will go over that again. Okay, I get 1. Why do I get only 2? I should already get all of them. So let's do the other way. Let's do it again here. Let's put here H1, and we'll put the variable I right in here. So we will see the number, and not 1, but I, and let's see what happened. I have for I in picture. What did I do here? For I in picture, I put only 3. Let's put here 5. Let's see what happened. Line should give me 5 now. Let's fresh. Okay. The 0, it doesn't like the 0. Yeah. Hey, anybody want to explain why I don't get anything here? Let's go back. I will explain. See, this is a 500. This is 400. This is 300. Sorry. This is 200. This is 100, and this is 0. Why I don't see the picture? Let me explain what I did. I made a variable in the view called range. Range is really, as you know, it takes numbers from 0 to 4. Okay, it's 5 numbers, 0 to 4. 400 is the highest. Okay, and now what I did here in the index, I made a loop. I said run 5 times. Pictures has 5 numbers. The first one is 0. So he's typing the number 0 here. And then he's making a picture. See, this is making a picture. The first picture is typing here as 0. Hey, if the width of the picture is a 0, you cannot see. You don't see a picture that has a width 0. Therefore, the first one we don't see. Everybody got it? Yeah, everybody got it?
Yes.
Beautiful. So it cannot really do a picture with a 0. Okay, so that's why the first one, you don't see the lady. We shrink that to a very, very small number. Okay, how about if we go, the second one, it's put the 1. That means if I put the 1 here, that means that it's going to be 100. And then he makes the picture with 100. Then he goes again. You put the number 2, it becomes to be 200. Make another picture. It goes up to the 4. By the way, as we learn, we can change this one to be like that. 1 to 5. Let's see what happened now. 1. It will skip the 0. It should skip the 0. Yeah, he skipped the 0. I told him start from 1 because the default is 0, and I don't want to put a picture that is nothing. Is that fine? Does that make sense, guys?
No.
Any questions, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. I can't hear you.
From the range, could you please repeat for me?
Who is it? I can't hear you, sweetie.
It's Belinda.
Yes, Belinda. What's the question?
I didn't understand all that. Do you mind
Yeah.
repeating for me?
One more time.
Yes.
It's hard to hear you, sweetie. Can anybody hear or tell me? I can't hear it. I'm sorry.
She's
Now I hear better. Go ahead, sweetie, Belinda.
Yes. I was requesting if you could repeat that for me.
I don't know why I don't hear.
hello.
Yeah. Brenda, can you get her microphone closer so I can hear it?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, speak to the microphone.
Thomas, you can hear me.
I don't know why not. Usually I hear Brenda very well.
That's Belinda, Dr. Amos.
Yeah, I know, but I hear you better than I hear her. Why? Can you give her your microphone so she can talk from your microphone?
Yeah, I have it. I have Brenda's.
Yeah, now I hear you better. Go ahead.
I was requesting if you could repeat what you've done one more time.
Well, definitely. Okay. See, I'm playing games, and playing games is really nice. You learn from those games, okay? See, we learn in Python, in the course in Python, that if I want to make a range, this is like, by the way, I could have written it even this way. It's the same things, a range. A range is like a list, okay? I can write the number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm taking this list, transferring it by the name pictures to the template. Okay, before I send the template to the person, to the browser, it does some work for me. What the work it does, I ask him, do a loop. This is a loop in a language called Jinja. It's another language. We're not going to study Jinja. You are going to study over time, step by step. You can't study so much in one day. And this one does a loop. It says for every, this is like a little confusing way of writing, but this is the way it does. For every I, meaning for every number in pictures, pictures has 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? Do this one. Okay? So in the beginning, I didn't really do anything. So I didn't put this one here. I just put the number, let's put there a number 200. Okay? So he's going to make the picture 4 times because I goes 4 times. I know that I goes for each one of them and run 4 times. The loop does 4 times. So if I refresh the picture now, I will see the same lady, the same size. You see, she is 200 width. She's right. You see the number 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is really what I did in the template right on the top here. This is giving me a title. Let's call it lady. How do you spell lady? My God, lady number. Call it lady number, and we give a number, and but all of them has the same width. The picture has all of them has 200 width. So that's when I run it now. See what happened. I have a title. You see that? Lady number 1, lady number 2. Why is it lady number 1, lady number 2? Because I put the I in here. See, it goes over all the numbers in pictures. The first one, I becomes to be 1. It's the first one in pictures. So it's putting the 1 here, in making the picture, finishes, and then go again. Now I becomes to be 2. So it's putting the title 2, but it makes the same picture. I try to be a little more sophisticated, and I say, you know what? Let's play a game a little bit. I put this one and make the width of the lady different size. So instead of making all of them 2, each lady according to her number. So the first one will get 100. The second one will be 200. You see that? That's pretty cool. That's very, very cool. Give you a lot of power to play around. You see? Each lady by the number. Number 1 get a small picture. Number 2 get a bigger picture. That's pretty cool. Is that right? Let's give you a little introductions to that language called Jinja. You can't really learn everything by heart very fast. There's a lot. This course is like really 3 courses in the university, honestly. So, but we're doing good, and I'm happy in the way we progressing. Let's do something else. I want to do one more thing. I don't want to make the pictures like that. I want to make the pictures as a table. I'm going to make something totally different. And let's put all the ladies again, small size 100. But this time, I will do something else. And I want you, please, the student from certificate 2, they are the mentor, please go over it with them again. Daniel, Mildred, Brenda, Michael, go with your student. I'm going to go over it once, but it's hard to remember all of it in one time. Table. So I'm going to make a little table. Pay attention, I'm putting table outside of the loop, closing it, the table. And inside the table, okay, I have to make a row. It will be T out. And I'm going to close the row. Don't worry about it. Inside the row, I have columns. So this is where I want to put the picture. So every lady, I'm going to put her in a picture. So I'm going to do TD, and she's going to be in a little box. Okay, let's see if I did good. Okay, let's see if I did good. So it worked a little nice. So one more time, I tell the computer, make me a table. That's why I start beginning and end. Make me one row only. And inside the row, it will put four columns because it's going to run 4 times. Let's see if that's what happened. Refresh. Hey, beautiful. The lady 4 times. That's pretty cool. So we have a lot of power using Jinja, using HTML. Give me a lot of power. Is Fezio with us? Hi, Fezio. Can you hear me? Fezio? Sometimes the communication is broken. That's why I like to check. You doing good?
He's with us.
Yeah. I know I say he's connected, but I just want to make sure the connection is good. You doing good, Fezio? Maybe he many times answer in the chat, as I know. No, I don't see in the chat. So hopefully his connection is good. Okay. Kisa, how you doing?
Yes.
You understand everything?
Yes.
Next time you bring me a picture of you, your father, your mother, and your brothers or sisters, if you have, and we put them in the program. What do you say?
Okay.
Or maybe Michael can take your pictures and send it to me. Then we'll put them in. But at least we understand how to make pictures as a raw. We can play as we please. Okay? There's a lot. You really need to study now HTML, a little bit Jinja, and then you get how powerful you are. Now I want to do one more thing. I want when you click on the lady, something will happen. I want when I click on the lady, a new web page will open. Let's do it. And with that, I will finish this part. And I will continue what I wanted to teach today. One more last thing. See the picture, if I wrap it up with a link, which is an A is a link. Okay. href is really the link I want it to go to. I want it to go to https academy city.org. I want if I click on the picture, I want that the web page will go to, but you know what? I don't want it to open in the same window. I want it to open in a different window. Whoever in certificate 2, you should know it by heart by now. Okay? I can put a target to be blank. and that will open a new window. Okay, one more time. I have a picture, but I want now if the person will click on the picture, something will happen. It will go to Academy City. And if it goes to Academy City, I want him to go into a new window. That's why I added this one. This is HTML. We'll talk about it a lot in certificate 2. For now, we just give you a little flavor, okay? We do more sophisticated than that. I'm gonna run, say I want when I click, it will open a new window here, okay? I don't want it to be on the same window. So let's refresh. Nothing happened. Looks like nothing happened. But now, pay attention when I put the mouse on the lady, the hand, it changed to a hand. When I click on it, hey, look at that, beautiful. It opened up the Academy City. So we just learned how to do a link to another website. If I wanted to go, let's say, not to Academy City, but to go to Uganda towns, let's say if that works. Hopefully I spelled it right. Refresh. Now I click. Not found. What did I misspell? Academy City. That. Yeah, I know why. Hold a second. Bear with me. Bear with me. This should be the link. Yeah. No, it's supposed to be the link. So let me copy it for myself. Take it out. I didn't put it the right way. So let's put it in here. You will go to the Academy City. You will go to the another website. Okay? Very cool. Let's see. Refresh. And now when I click, look what happened. It goes to Uganda Towns. Everybody see that? Okay. So what we learned so far? We learned that we have a view. In the view, let me just make it quiet a little bit. Okay, it's quiet already. Okay, good. I made a variable called pictures. By the way, instead of writing it this way, it's more elegant to write range, and you can write 1 to 5. So if you make it 1 to 4, you will start from 1, okay? And then it takes that variable, transfer it to the template processes it first, and then send it to the user. Okay, what we did so far. Then we refreshed, we got the pictures when we click. Why the click works? Because we made around the picture, we put the A, the reference. We put the A, which is a link. Okay, we also gave him an attribute, told them, please put it in a new page. Don't use the same page as this program, make a new folder. Open it in a new folder, this website. And the picture is right here. But I told him do it 4 times, which is very cool. By the way, here in the picture, we don't need that. By the way, if you really want, and you will see, we will get to that, don't worry. Now I'm going to erase the whole thing. Okay? I'm going to erase the whole thing. By the way, you're going to have it as an exercise. Let's go back to the code I deleted. Go back to the code I deleted. I'll come back to this one, but let's start from the stuff we did here. Okay? We had the extend, and we have this one I will do later on. Okay? Let me just do this one. I have it here. We have it already. Let me put the stuff inside the body. This one I'm skipping for a second and come back to that. This one should be clear now. This one only putting a picture, but instead of the lady, he's taking this dragon. It's the picture of Django, by the way. So again, we have an image, and we just put it inside a div, which is a box. And we put it some. That's simple. And if I go here again, refresh, the lady will disappear. Yeah, why is my picture? Why didn't go? Hey, that's because I didn't put it inside the body. I had to put it inside the body, otherwise it won't work. Refresh again. And now it should be unicorn of Django. Okay? Now let's continue. Let's run the rest of the code. Okay? This one a little hard. This is a little hard, and we're going to deal with this one. Okay? I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to deal with it. By the way, we have a loop. Everybody see the loop? It said for team member in team member. Okay? So that means there must be some table here of a team members. Okay? So, but what is that team members? There's some other stuff around here. Okay? There's some stuff around here. So let's look at it. There must be a table of team members. Okay? Where do I find it? We find it, if you recall, we mentioned that, we didn't spend enough time. We go to the models. Indeed, there is a table called team members. And in the team members, we have a column for first name, last name, and we put an image. Okay? And we put an image in there. So there is a table of team members, and I would like to use that one in here. So how do I do that? Okay. If I am in the index, I'm in the, sorry, if I am in the index function, if I want to be able, first of all, this one is irrelevant anymore. I deleted it. In order to use the team members, I must have a variable called team members. Otherwise, I don't know what team members are. So I must do it here. And I must transfer it, by the way, by that name. Otherwise, you will not know how to read it. So I must go here, make a new variable called team member, and I have to create it. I must define team members here. What is team members? Anybody wants to help me? In fact, I want to take the team members from the database. We have team members. If you notice, this one is coming from the models. Here's the models. When I put here that, it means in the same directory as the views file is. The views is here, the models file is here. So I'm telling him, go to this file, which is this one, look for a table called team members, bring it back to me. So I'm bringing it to here, import. I bought also the item, but I'm not going to use it for now. I'll use it in a minute. But first of all, bring me the team members. Okay, what are you going to do with it? I tell you what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to go to the team members. There's a function called objects. That means team members is a class in Python. It has another class called objects. And this class, in fact, has another things that it says I can really ask for all of them, all. So this way, it will bring me all the members in the table. Okay, by the way, this is really what I did right here. I just going step by step. I don't think did I copy that? Yeah, I did. If you see this line and this line, in fact, this line, that's what I'm using now. I'm just bringing all the rows in the tables. So what I'm actually really having now in here, I'm asking him bring all the rows in the table and send them inside the template. Okay, they get to the template and I'm looping. That's why I do for every team member in the team members. This time, I'm taking the information from a table, slightly different from the range. Last time I did range. This time I'm taking it from the table. Taking it from the table allows me to run around every member. By the way, it's going to run for every member. But every member has first name, last name, and a picture. So what I would like to do in here, first of all, let me erase the picture first so you don't get confused. Let me erase the picture. I'll get back to the picture in a second. Okay, I'll get to the picture in a second. First of all, I say, give me for every team member, print his ID number, his first name and last name. So let's run it and see what happens. Refresh. Hey, you see I got one, it's the ID, Patricia. And then I have two, Michael, and three, Brenda. We did it, if you remember, when we studied databases. Okay, and we uploaded the images of them. Now, the only things I did, I just showing their name. I would like to print also their image, the one that I just deleted a second ago. Okay, each one of us now identify there is an A here. Everybody see that? That means if I click on whatever is inside, this is the image. By the way, we just do it this way first. Okay? Let me just delete this one. See what happened. I'm wrapping around the names. Later on, we will learn that one as well. This one, we're making a link to another web page. We'll get back to that. Okay? But one thing you can distinguish immediately without the picture, this one, if I put the mouse, it's going to turn into a link. You see, the hand happened. That's because I did the A. By the way, we'll learn in another session, when I click on it, it takes me to a different page. You see that? Pretty cool. When I click on this one, take me to another person. I don't have a picture for you. I go to the third one, and I have some funny picture. Okay? I click on the first one, I get the picture of this girl. Okay? But who does the work? The one that does the work is really this A. I don't want to focus on this right now. We'll focus on it some other time. The beautiful thing is that I put the name inside the link. That's why when I click on the name, it comes. Now I want to talk about the picture itself. This is, I'm going to teach it in a little strange way. Okay. First of all, we identify the image as we learned before. We have the source, but this time it's a little tricky. GIUR. Amos, you told us you have to put a link like you did on the top here. Is that right? This one we understand. We understood the link to the lady, which we stole from the internet. But this one is not clear, and you will be right, because I'm not clear. I'm going to be clear now. There is a library in Python called thumbnail. We installed it. You didn't really notice. We talk about installation in certificate 2 toward the end even, okay? And we talk about different packages. This one makes magic. Why does it make a magic? Because it goes to the model, the team member, and it looks for the file image. In the model, we have a file, a field called image. It takes that image for the member. It makes it a size of 200 by 100. By the way, I can make it, let's make it smaller if I want. Okay, we'll make 50 and make this one 100. Okay, it will be the height will be 100 and the weight will be 50. And then it crops that, it makes it that size, and it gives it a name called GI. I'm not going to teach it now, and we'll talk about it a lot in the future. Certificate 2 and 3 even. But this is just another library. And the beautiful part of it, you just need to know that you can take the GI and say URL, it automatically will find the picture. You don't need to think about it because those pictures we put in a database. Okay, I will go over that toward the end of the semester. I will review these with you when we review the databases as well. Okay, so don't worry about it right now. Okay, so but this one really does the trick and show me the pictures. They will show them a little smaller now. You see they are a little smaller, they chopped it up. Doesn't look good. Let's put it back. I think the other one was nicer. Okay, how about we make this one 150? Maybe it would be better. It will show me the whole picture. The crop is really cutting it. And that's a topic we talk about it some other time. Oh, it's not enough. Let me put it back the way it used to. I know it works. Put 200 here. Maybe that's, and let's put 100 here. I know that one will work. And beautiful. We got the nice lady picture. We got that. So, but the loop is the important things. The really important things why I'm showing you the whole things. The image is just another detail. Okay. We learn a lot of tricks. We learn a lot of those. But the most important is it's this line. The most important thing is I read all the rows in the table and I give it a name. All the rows together, team members, I could call it whatever I want. I transfer it to the template. That's the important thing for today. Then when I get to the index, I can make a loop for an end. And for each one in the rows in the members, I'm going to do this. This is less important. This part is less important for me. This is the important part. This is what we do over and over. Sometimes we make a table, sometimes we make a picture, sometimes we just do a tab folders, million of things. But that's the important things. Okay? This one we will go over more and more later on. For now, just remember there is a library. You take the image in the table. You can give it a different size. If you don't crop it, then you will just leave it the way it is. But you give it a name GI, like you give it a name. This is really the image now. And you just take the image and you take the URL, it will find out where the image is. You don't have to worry about it. That's beautiful. The rest is very simple. We use Ginger to put the name of the people. Let me just go over the next part, which that will end for today. If you look at my code that I deleted, not only this one I did, but I also did this one. Same things. It goes over item and it brings all of them. So let's copy it. And let me put it here. And just next to the team members, I'm gonna put this here. But this time, don't forget, I have to transfer that one too. Okay, and I'm going to transfer it items. Now I can do a loop also, don't I? Another loop for the items. What is in the items? Remember? In fact, this is really what I type. I will talk about it in a minute. But there's two columns, a date and a text. And I want to show it. So let's go and look at the code that we have right in here that I deleted. This part. This time, if you notice, with that we'll finish for today. If you notice, this is also a loop, very simple loop. Again, I have a div which make a box. This time I made a table. You see, we learn about the table. But this time, look how beautiful. For every item in item, so if I have several rows in this table, make a new row. Last time, we made columns for each one of them, for the lady. This time, we're making a new row for every item. And what do we put inside? See, for the first column, we put in the item ID. The second column, we put in the text. Pay attention, in the model, we have a text. And then finally, we have also posted date. So I put the posted date. But here I was a little tricky. I put a posted date. By the way, I just put here, you might, now this one shouldn't be this way. That's wrong. It should be, sorry about that. It should be this way. Okay. This is just really making it emphasize it. It looks different. It's just really a style type of HTML. We have a better ways to do with the style in CSS, but that's again certificate too. You don't bother with that one. You just make it look different. So one more time, we did here exactly as we did here. Here we did with the members, and here we did with another table, the item. Let's look at it. Run it. Hey, look at that. We have a nice table. We have Amos, Mark, those stuff we entered, the ID in the table is the first one, and that's the date. If you see, it's a little scoot to the right, so I can make it look like a bolded if I want. You know, there's so many things you can do. Let me change it to B. A B will make it bolded, so it will be stronger, written stronger. But that's stylish. You know, you can play with it as much as you want. You can make the name in different color. That's a different. This is really more CSS. Okay, the only things left, we do it next time, is how do I add another row in the table? One more time. Next time we will talk about how do we add another row in the table. And after I add it to the table, I will extra row. Okay? That's for today, guys. Questions? Everybody happy? Lisa, are you happy?
Yeah.
I love that. You always answer immediately the right answer. You always should be happy. Where is Jonathan? I have two favorite students. Where is Jonathan? I didn't see Jonathan today. Where's Jonathan? Kisa and Jonathan are my favorite students. Where is it? Jonathan, I didn't see him. George, is Jonathan there?
No,
Okay, so tell him I want to see him.
coming. Let me just call him.